Story, lad.
What's happening? Change of scenery here. I'm outside. I thought it was a bit. Two reasons. I wanted to go outside, and I thought it was a bit echoey in Guru HQ. Can't reveal where that is now, but I'm just outside the back in the beer garden here in Guru HQ. So, and I said we got a comment on a video recently, saying it's not the same without the Guinness. So here we are. Give the people what they want. This has been in the glass has been in the freezer for 10 minutes, nice and cold. Can has been in. Fuck you.
Camera gone.
Can has been in the fridge for about a day. So none of this upside down nonsense bollocksology. I don't believe in it, Cozy. I know they say if you get the new glass, you can do it, but I don't have it. I've only this IKEA bad boy, and I'm fucking spilling everywhere. What the fuck? Well, this is a fucking nightmare.
We won't say what time of day it is now.
Say it's fucking 1 o'clock. Sue me, 1 o'clock on a... What even day is it?
Pint.
Look at the drippage. Jesus, that's shocking. What the fuck happened to that can? Can never get it right on camera. Good bit of settlage though. Nice cold glass. But anyway,
so just go through it there quickly. So can in the fridge for at least a day.
Yeah.
Glass in the freezer for what you say,
even
like
just
20 minutes?
10-20 minutes, yeah. You don't want it absolutely ice cold now, but I'm trying to fucking hold this up to the camera. Yeah, that's the only really. And then, so yeah, three things: glass in the fridge, or fucking glass in the fridge, glass in the freezer, 10-20 minutes, can in the fridge for at least 24 hours, and it doesn't count if you bought it in the shop and then you brought it home. It hasn't been in the fridge for 20. It has to be straight out and straight in. No mess. That's the only thing. It's not casual stuff. You have to. And then if you're having 5 or 6 cans, you need 2 glasses because you need one in the freezer at all times. Do you know what I mean? And
I saw someone saying that on Twitter, that they have 2 glasses and you rotate each one, rinse it out, stick it in the freezer.
And like, as weird, it probably sounds bad, but it doesn't even matter if you put it in the freezer wet, because it's the ice, the bit of it, that little bit of wet will turn to ice, and that'll just keep it kind of cold. Now, I'm not saying you're going to put ice cubes in your Guinness, but and then we'll top it off here. And then there's also lads saying that you don't need to do the double pour. I totally think you do, because the cream is it's totally different. If you just pour it straight, I just don't think you get it as creamy. Yeah. So let that settle for a second, have a swig. But anyway, Cozy, what are we talking about today, lad? Hit me.
So we're talking about where we would want to go, or where we will go after the lockdown is over. So when everything is open, where is our first video going to take place? Where are we going to go? Because it's going to be a big one, well, for us anyway.
Yeah.
Because we haven't done anything for a while. We haven't had a pint in a pub. So it's going to be important.
Well, first of all, when do you predict it'll be?
I don't think we'll be able to go back to a pub until September, October time.
Yikes. Yeah, I said, like, everyone's putting up the things on Instagram saying, like, the question thing, when do you think it'll be back open? I've always I started saying August. Now I've kind of moved on to September. Because, again, like, they will be the last thing to open, because by Jesus, you know, people in pubs will be getting on top of each other and this and the other, so it'd be the worst place for the fucking thing to spread. So yeah.
It's rough for a single man, isn't it? I mean, thankfully none of us are single, but if you were,
you wouldn't know what to be at.
It'd be rough enough, like.
Yeah. Jesus, I don't know, what would I be doing? Yeah, I suppose
I've heard of people going on virtual Tinder dates and stuff like that, like drinking a couple of glasses of wine while you're chatting to the other person and stuff.
Not for me.
That seems tough.
Jesus Christ, on your first date?
Yeah, first date, yeah.
Fuck that. I'd rather just drink cans with myself. I wouldn't be arsed talking to a new girl over Skype. One thing if it's your girlfriend, but Jesus. I know, you just gotta weather the storm and Sure.
That's it.
And
Because then if you do arrange to go on a date, what are you going to do? Sit 2 meters apart or whatever?
Yeah.
And just talk again, like, you know.
You need to be able. You don't need to.
Point.
You don't need to be able to go to the pub necessarily, but you need to be able to. I don't know, like, go for the cheeky smooch at the end of the date at least. But sure, listen, yeah, the single lads just need to weather the storm, and sure, they know how to look after themselves, if you know what I'm saying. So
absolutely.
They'd be grand for a while, like fuck caged animals, mad for action. But yeah, so right, we'll forget about when we're gonna go to the pub because that'll just get us depressed. We'll talk about what we're gonna do. I would say I think we're both in agreement that we want to do probably something like a Camden Street pub crawl, kind of going back to our roots of the first time we ever did the sort of the way you had the idea for doing the towns was when we did the 12 pubs, and that got a good reaction. And then we said, okay, let our videos are better if there's 4 or 5 pubs in one video. So obviously we haven't been in town for ages, so the obvious thing would be Camden Street. Every lad has been on Camden Street. There's loads of debates about best pub, which one to go at this time, the other, best Guinness, stuff like that. So Camden Street would be a good one. The only other thing I was going to say was I had on the radar Selbridge, the home birthplace of our Lord Saviour Arthur Guinness, 1725. There's the facts. That's why I'm the guru.
Oh, wow.
Hope that's right. But yeah, just because of that, obviously, but more because it was kind of, we had ventured out of Meath to Maynooth, and Selbridge was kind of naturally next. We've been asked to go there a good few times. There's one guy who keeps telling me to go there. I can't remember his name, but shout out to him. He said he doesn't even drink Guinness, but he heard it's good, so don't know if I can trust him, but we'll see. But yeah, so Camden Street pub crawl, 5, 6, 7 pubs, whatever we can do, and then Selbridge sometimes. But yeah, definitely Camden Street. What are you thinking, Cozy?
So I had a look on Google Maps at the different bars. Obviously, I'm familiar enough with Camden Street, but generally when I went there, it would have been probably 10 years ago when Flannery's was the place to go. So it was kind of, you know, be hopping, it'd be a really big beer garden on a Friday, Saturday night.
When you say Flannery's, do you mean like fucking going in at 11 o'clock on a Saturday night, like?
Exactly.
Yeah, fair enough.
Exactly, yeah. Because that, like, I went in there, I'd say about a year ago on, I think, a Friday, and it was completely empty. There was about 2 people in the place, and they only had like the first front bit of the bar shut off. They didn't even have the back bit. So I didn't really know what's happened to the place.
What day, what time, what month?
I'd say it was about November, October, November time. It was a main night, so it was either Friday or Saturday. I couldn't tell you which one.
Okay.
And it was like, okay, it wasn't late in the night, but it was around 11 o'clock or something like that.
Okay,
you know?
yeah. Fair enough. November can be tricky. People sober October and fucking sober November, but yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, true. But anyway, I looked at the bars, right, and I was thinking the first bar that we do would have to be somewhat kind of iconic in a way, or important. Yeah. So I was thinking Devitt's is a bar that is kind of renowned as to be a good bar, and I had a pint of Guinness there before and it was very good. So I think maybe if we started there, I realise that's in the middle of Camden Street, but we could start there, then we go up to the Bleeding Horse, then we go to Cassidy's, and then there's a bar called Unshaw, which I've never been to.
Okay.
But we could take that in, it's on the main street. Then we could go to Ryan's, then possibly Flannery's, then the Jar, which is a good kind of late night spot.
Been there.
And the question for you is, do we top it off with a visit to Coppers?
Fucking right we do. Yeah, but gee, the first thing that comes to mind is Coppers will be the last on the list of places to reopen, because as we know, it's literally just like a cattle farm. Everyone just on top of each other. If you want the virus to spread, open up Coppers, basically. So, but yeah,
and can you imagine that place when it does open? It would be bedlam.
Fuck me, I don't know. I cannot imagine it. Bedlam, pandemonium, mayhem, whatever you want to call it. just a load of mad bastards, farmers and non-farmers, just straddling each other, just mad for action. But come here, would you consider the long haul in all of that, or is it too far down?
That's a bit too far down. I think that's more
fair enough.
Georgia Street area, but it's definitely it's the long haul is probably the one. I don't know, would you call it iconic, but like the main one of the main, that and Fallon's I think are the two pubs that we haven't done. That are, you know, considered up there as the best pubs in Dublin. So
Long Haul.
We have to get to those two.
Long Haul has been a bit of a thorn on our side as long as we've been doing this. I think we've possibly tried it twice, been told no twice, and then some sort of email exchange. They've given us the go ahead basically, but it's too late now.
We will get there.
We'll get there. But yeah, Camden Street, the list you had was solid. I would have said the exact same about Flannery's. It's unfortunately my mental days are starting to quieten down now in terms of going into town on a Saturday night. But Flannery's, by Jesus, I'd say I was in there every couple of weeks for about 3 years straight. A few years ago, and it would have been hopping every night. Don't know if I've ever even had a Guinness in there, to be fair to you.
No,
more on the side of
go, I think.
Fucking Jaeger bombs, but I'd say a lot of lads would be interested to see what the Guinness would be like in there. And then Ryan's, that's a huge name on Camden Street. Devitt's, I was actually in. Me and the lads had a night out before Christmas. Even just saying that is gas. It's like, oh yeah, I just had a night out with the lads at Christmas, as if like you're like, it's like that was normal. Oh my god, that's crazy. But around like the 5th or the 10th of December in Devitt's on I think it was a Saturday, got there about 4 p.m, wedged, but again that's December. But yeah, good point. And funny story, the bouncer, by December, remember I sent you the voicemail actually saying that the bouncer was like, how's the shtick? And I was beside myself because we'd only been doing Guru like maybe 2 months, and it was the first time anyone that didn't know me ever said that to me, and I was just like, oh yeah, I'm deadly. Sent you a voicemail fucking about 20 pints. Cozy, wow, we're gonna make it, Cozy. The bouncer in Devitt's asked me how the shtick was, and I didn't even know, man. We're gonna make it, man.
It was at 9 o'clock or something, and I was like, Jesus, when did he start drinking?
4 o'clock to 9 o'clock, Guinness every X amount of minutes. You put it together. #drinkaware.ie. Yeah.
How's the pint anyway?
It's alright. Absolutely zero shtick.
How do lads get shtick from the can? How is that possible? You see some lads that seem to get fairly good.
I think a lot of them are rats, snakes. They're full of shite. They're doing something, because it's not just happening like that. Now I've had I don't know, something to do maybe with the not leaving it in the freezer long enough, maybe a bit longer, because see the way there's no ice around the glass, so I only had it in for about 5-10 minutes. The best one I ever got was it was in the freezer about 20 minutes, and the shtick started around kind of here, but it's like lads are sending me like fucking gravediggers looking type shtick, and they're like, oh, this is some shtick from a can. I'm like, how can I believe them? Do you know what I mean? Like,
is there an experiment there now in terms of,
there'll have to be,
do you do a shtick from a glass with not in the freezer, in the freezer, longer in the freezer? I don't know, maybe we look into that. Is there 3 different things we look at, see what the best point is or best shtick is, or
the whole upside down thing? I've already probably posted 5-6 different videos of the cans, but there's probably another 20 techniques you could try, because it's like, I just wanted to get it creamy and tasty. I didn't really care about the shtick, but now that I've got it creamy and tasty-ish, I obviously wouldn't mind a bit of shtick as well, just to pretend I'm in the pub. But yeah, listen, that's all we really wanted to talk about, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I mean, I suppose as usual, if anyone suggests what towns we should go to, we're open to it. We obviously live in County Meath and Ashburn, so we're limited. We do want to get to, like, eventually we would love to go to Galway, Westport, Lahinch, Killarney, Dingle, up to Donegal, Belfast, all these places.
And I'm still.
That's the goal in the future, but like, for now, it's probably going to be local enough, I'd say.
Yeah, like I said to you, Cozy, I've got a trip booked. Not much of a trip now, but about a week in the west of Ireland, kind of Lahinch to Dingle to Killarney. That's for June. I can always hopefully put it off to like September or something like that. Now that won't be, you won't be on board, so I'll do a couple of little cheeky reviews on Instagram and stuff. Yeah. But then it'll give us an idea where to go. But yeah, it really is. Hopefully, maybe next summer, summer 21, me and you just fucking
get a camper van
or something.
Tour the island.
Take 2 weeks and just hit a different town every day, and we pump out fucking 10, 12, 14 different towns in 2 weeks. That's what the people want to see. Like a lot of lads have been to Dingle, been to Galway, been to Westport, and that's the dream. And to think we could have been doing that if all this wasn't happening is just crazy. Like, it really makes you think, Jesus, once this is all over, we are fucking getting stuck in. Yeah, Cozy, we can only dream for now. Let's stick to the cans, and yeah, good talk. So hopefully next time we're let out of the cage, we're hitting Camden Street hard and hitting coppers even harder, and it's gonna be carnage. Alright, Cozy?
Alright, lad, see you in the next one.
All the best.
Cheers.